Morning everyone. Today we are going to do our next topic, that is past perfect and past perfect continuous tense. Formation of past perfect is subject, had, past participle, it means third form of verb, and object at the end. For example, I had finished my work before sunset. With singular or plural subject we use had. In negative we use subject, then had not, third verb and object. For example, he had not left the office when I reached there. It means when I reached there he was there in the office. He had not left that place. In interrogative sentences we use helping verb, then subject, after that third form of verb and object and question mark at the end. Had he finished his work? And in interrogative negative we use helping verb, then subject, and not is used after the subject, past participle and object. Had he not finished his work? Student, this one is the structure of past perfect tense. Now see its uses. Uses of past perfect. First one is to denote an action which was completed before another action took place in the past. Two actions were there in the past, and before another action took place for the action which was completed. For example, the patient had died before the doctor came. See this example. Two sentences, two actions are there. The patient had died, and the next one is the doctor came. Before is used here as a conjunction. The patient had died. This one is our previous action. The doctor came, subsequent action. For previous action we always use past perfect, and for subsequent action, it means the action which happened later, for that we use past indefinite. Before the arrival of doctor, or we can say when the doctor arrived, before that the patient had died. We can take another example also. We went to school after the rain had stopped. Again two actions are here. We went to school, the rain had stopped, and the conjunction is after. Conjunction can be before, after, when, or any. Okay, the rain had stopped, after that we went to school. So this one is our previous action. It means at first the rain had stopped and then we went to school, and this one is our subsequent action. Okay, see the next. To express unfulfilled wish, hope, etc. And for this we can use verbs like wish, hope, intend, etc. Okay, these verbs are used to present unfulfilled wish. For example, she had wished to become a doctor. It means It was his unfulfilled wish. It means she wanted to become a doctor. She had wished to become a doctor. Now see the next one. Third one is to express unfulfilled condition. Here students, say this one. Already we have done this condition in present indefinite, then in past indefinite, and now we are doing it in past perfect. See the example. If he had come to me, I would have helped. I would have helped him. We can also write, had he come to me in time, I would have helped him. This one is unfulfilled condition. If he had come to me in time, or if he had come to me, I would have helped him. You can also remember this like if there is would have plus third form in the main clause, then in the if clause you have to fill had plus third verb. It means had plus past participle. Already I have told you in present. If he works hard, he will pass. See the another. If he worked hard, he would pass. And the third condition is if he had worked hard, he would have passed. See these three sentences and all the three are correct. First one, show the condition of present. If he works hard, he will pass. Second one is if he worked hard, he would pass. And the third one is if he had worked hard, he would have passed. You can learn it in this way. In the if clause, if there is first verb in the main clause, then there is will or shall or can or may. Any could be there. He will pass. If he worked hard, he would pass. If there is second verb, then we use would, should, could or might plus first verb. And the third condition which we are doing here, that is would have passed, and in the if clause we use had worked. It means had plus past participle. Okay. Now see the next. To denote an action or event which has been completed in past, which has been completed in past before some point of time. It means particular time is given there. For example, by 9 p.m. all the guests had arrived. It means up to that time all the persons had arrived there. Okay. You can also take example by evening I had completed much of my work. It means up to evening, up to that time I had completed much of my work. Here student, we have completed here past perfect, and now see past perfect continuous tense. Okay, structure is subject, had been, present participle, it means first verb plus ing, then object, since and for plus time. She had been living in Chandigarh before she moved to Delhi. She had been living, had been verb plus ing before she moved to Delhi. In negative, we use subject, then had, after had not is used. She had not been waiting for us for 2 hours. It means time is given there. In interrogative sentences, we use had before the subject. Had, then subject, after that been. Had she been, after that verb plus ing. Had she been waiting for us since morning and question mark at the end. In interrogative negative, we use helping verb, then subject, been, verb plus ing, object, since and for plus time. Had he not been doing his work for 2 hours? Okay, this one is the structure of past perfect continuous tense. Now see its uses. The first one is to describe an action which continued in past for a given period of time. It means time period is given there and the work continued in the past. For example, we had been reading for 2 hours when you came. This sentence shows us that the sentence is in past. When you came, it means when you arrived. We had been reading for 2 hours. Okay. The next one is to talk about the continuity or duration of a work in the past. For example, I had been working hard for 10 days, so I felt that I deserved a holiday. Here the person is talking about the continuity of work. In past he had been working hard for 10 days, so he deserved a holiday. Yes, with this students, our past perfect and past perfect continuous tense is complete. Yes, listen one thing. Sometimes the students get confused while doing composition. Actually, they get confused where they have to use second verb and where they should use had plus past participle. See what's the difference in their meaning according to the verb. For example, he arrived at 2:30 and was told to wait in the VIP lounge. Next example is he arrived at 2:30 and had been told to wait in the VIP lounge. See these two examples. First one is he arrived at 2:30 and was told. Here we are using past indefinite. Passive voice is used here, was plus third verb. Next one is he arrived at 2:30 and had been told. Had plus third verb. Again passive voice is used here. Here we are using passive voice of past indefinite, and in this one we are using past perfect passive voice. Okay, and the difference is he arrived at 2:30, and when he arrived after that he got instructions to wait in the VIP lounge. It means after his arrival he got instruction. See this sentence, he arrived at 2:30 and had been told. It means here he got instruction before his arrival. Maybe he got instructions before starting his journey. This one is the difference. In this one, if we use past indefinite, it means he got instruction after his arrival. When he arrived, he got instruction to wait. And according to this sentence, if we use past perfect, according to this one, the person got instruction before his arrival. It means maybe he got instruction when he started his journey or before starting his journey. This one is the difference between indefinite and past perfect. Okay students, thank you.